Meteorologist Chris Boone.
Oh, before the break, Aaron was talking about that storm making its way along the west coast, seeing a lot of rain out towards California into the Pacific Northwest. Again, as that system moves along onshore for the western parts of the United States. And again, in the higher terrain, that's where you start to see some of the snowpack really kind of adding on. So it's going to be somewhat beneficial, but has had some impacts, unfortunately, for parts of the western United States. Clear skies for us here in Texas for most of us to see a few high clouds kind of passing through the eastern parts of the state. But again, it has been mostly clear skies for us here in the Concho Valley. Fairly quiet satellite and radar as we kind of go in towards the evening time frame, but winds have been a little bit on the breezy side out of the west at 19 miles per hour right now in downtown San Angelo. Temperatures warming up into the 60, 67 degrees. Those dew points very dry out there, only into the teens. So probably been noticing a little bit more of that static electricity as you go to pet the dog or grab onto those door handles. A little bit more shocks here and there. Otherwise, 60s for the majority of the area. Do have a pocket of 70s right along I-10 in towards Ozona and Sonora at 70 degrees, 71 for Junction. Everyone else into those mid to upper 60s. Again, the bigger story has definitely been those winds with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. We've seen a gust of 26 here in San Angelo, 25 out in Merton, 26 for Brady. So again, those breezy conditions expected to continue for the next couple hours. Once we get past sunset, though, we see those winds kind of calm back down, get into the single digits, even into the teens. So it's going to be settling down as we go through the evening time frame, decreasing those winds. It's going to be a little bit cooler. We'll be hovering right around that freezing mark as we see those much drier conditions. Temperatures are going to be allowed to drop down through the overnight hours. 33 an overnight low, clear skies, and those winds out of the west 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we'll see a little bit more of a break from the winds for us tomorrow. An almost picture perfect day if you're trying to get out there and enjoy some of that weather. Clear skies, temperatures in the low 70s. Again, nice temperatures, and those winds not as breezy. We'll see a slight break from them out of the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour, though they are going to start to pick back up as we go in towards Friday. That's going to allow us to see warmer temperatures and those winds kicking more out of the southwest. That's going to see them kind of warming back up into the mid-70s for those afternoon highs. Otherwise, you see it kind of a little bit more parallel. Not a whole lot going on as we go in towards next week. We're really looking at a fairly quiet 7-day forecast. With it, we'll be seeing some warmer temperatures that are going to continue, not just for this week, but even looking ahead in towards the middle of the month. Above average temperatures for much of the United States. We're going to stay with those warmer temperatures and fairly dry. Not expecting any rain, but we do see a lot of that rain well off towards the west. We're seeing those storms kind of making their arrival on the western parts of the United States. So again, fortunately, not a whole lot of rain for us here in our 7-day forecast, but we are going to be staying with some breezy conditions. Temperatures well above average. Normally we'd be seeing those afternoon highs into the low 60s. We're going to be bouncing back and forth from the 70s for the next couple of days down into the 60s to start off next week, and we'll warm back up into the 70s for the middle of next week.